If you are manually updating Google Slides on a weekly basis for, say, an executive meeting, or you want to know how to do that, I'm going to show you how to do that in this video. It's really, really simple. So the premise here is that you have a Google slide that you share with executives, for example. Maybe you put some notes in once a week, and that data comes from a separate data source that's not in Google Sheets. So say, for example, it comes from Snowflake or Postgres or some other data warehouse or database. Really easy to go and automate that. In this example, I have just a very simple histogram showing the age distribution of NBA players. Really, the main focus is just going to be not on the data itself, but on the process. This chart is updated from a Google Sheet behind the scenes. So this is just a very standard. I took the chart, I copy and pasted it into Google Slides, and I have it synced in real time. So the real question here is, how do you keep this Google Sheet up to date with your data warehouse or your database? And the way we're doing that is by having this data be synced directly from Fabi. If I go to this SmartBook, which is here, again, incredibly simple SmartBook, I simply wrote a query, and then under DataFrame here, you can click on these three dots. You can hit export to Google Sheets and follow the process, and it will sync that data to your Google Sheet. And then when you schedule and publish this report here, so if you go to Report Builder and go under Schedule Run and schedule this and publish it, it will update that slide on that schedule. And if this data here is updated, because say, for example, you're looking at data in the last 7 days, as this gets updated, your Google Sheet will automatically be updated. And then all you have to do is come in here and hit refresh. Let me show that to you in practice. Here, we are looking at all NBA player data. So our age distribution is showing players of all ages. But to illustrate the point, we're going to filter on players where their age is greater than 30. So if we go here, you can see that we have plenty of players that are younger than 30. But if I go back to Fabi, I'm going to go ahead and run this. Great. So now we have only players that are older, or only the records of players when they were older than 30 in that season. Here, this data is still showing all ages. Now, if I go to export to Google Sheets, click that. I've already created a connection. So very simply, you just have to share the URL and share the spreadsheet with the service account user. Come in here, hit save and push. And now we're going to go to the Google Sheet. It'll take a second. And there we go. You can see here the chart was automatically updated, and we're only seeing the histogram for players over 30. But when I go here, it's still not going to be updated. I just have to click on this little refresh button, hit update, and just like that, I have my updated chart. So really, really simple. Again, this example, I'm changing the query itself, but you don't have to change the query. You could imagine a query that automatically filters based on the date range or last 7 days or whatever. And all you would have to do is come into this sheet and hit refresh before you put in your notes and share it with your team. If you found this helpful, definitely like and follow. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to drop them down below.